We are about to have some fun. Did you know that something as simple as a toothbrush head, a battery, and a pager motor can teach kids how the engineering design process works? Melinda Sowers, a 4-H agent, is here to tell us about a simple 4-H project that teaches STEM concepts. Melinda, thanks so much for being here.
Well, thank you for letting me share today.
You have brought a lot of fun stuff. Explain what we've got here.
Yes, so this is our little bristle bot, and the components to make this bristle bot are very, very simple. Things that kids can do at home. Sometimes we do it in groups with kids, but it's certainly a project that they could do at home. You'll see you already mentioned the toothbrush head. So we get ourselves an inexpensive little toothbrush. I use pruning shears to cut it because it's super easy.
Okay.
That's an easy way to prepare that part. We've got some simple button batteries.
Okay.
Here's our motors, usually come in a 10-pack. You can get these online very easily and inexpensively.
When you say motors, did you say a pager?
They're pager motors, or they just call them vibration motors. It probably is a similar thing to what we have inside our cell phone even.
Okay, all right.
But it just got the wires and it's ready to go here for us to connect to our battery, and then just some simple foam adhesive that we use to put it together.
Okay. All right, and then ultimately this is going to be what we're making, a bristle bot.
Yes, we're going to create this little bot here, and we can...
Yeah, let's show how this bot works.
Demonstrate. Hopefully he will cooperate with us here.
Oh, look!
But he can just do his little job right there on there. We'll come back to him a little bit later, but yeah, we'll... But
that's fun though. I could see kids loving this because they've created their own little fun robot.
Absolutely,
All right,
absolutely.
So how do you use this, Melinda, to teach STEM?
Well, this simple little device, we can hit all of the letters of STEM. I'm going to come back to the S, which is science, and start with technology. What a lot of kids don't realize is they know that a battery is something that we need to create, give power, but they don't understand how an electrical circuit works and how to complete the circuit. And so it's as simple as showing them the wires here, where we're going to have our one lead that's going to be on the bottom side of our power source, and then the other lead that's on the top, and they learn to understand that they've got to have those exposed wires to make that electrical connection. And so our little foam square here is actually our on-off switch. So when it's disconnected, we have separated the circuit is not completed, and when we put it on there, we're completing the circuit and we're giving it power again. So
what a great lesson.
Very, very simple way to teach them about completing a circuit. And then that takes us to E, which is engineering. And that is kind of the main thrust of this project, where we're going to present the kids with a problem, and I'm going to explain that in a minute when I come back to that. But then they have to come up with a solution. So what are they going to do to try to solve the problem that we've presented them with? They're going to design a prototype based on that solution they come up with, test it, redesign, and make it better. So that's that engineering design process where that first one isn't really necessarily going to be the best one, but it's going to help us get to that better end product that we want to get to.
Okay.
And then M, we'll talk about that in a minute, but part of it is the testing of their bot and determining how each iteration, each version they create is more efficient.
Okay, and how can families get involved in doing this fun project?
Well, if they'd like to use the Ecobots, they can book us to come out and do a program with them. We go to community centers, we do some of those kinds of things, schools. I was at a STEM night the other night in Lake Nona. Or they can get involved in some of our 4-H clubs that focus on STEM. And they do a variety of things from big robots to rocketry. And we also offer some summer programs too, some camps that are focused on STEM. And teachers, we have some of these kits that are available for teachers to use as well. So we can kind of hit and meet this need with kids in a lot of different ways.
I love it, and it's so important for kids to learn these lessons. How do they react when you make the little bot?
They love the bots, and then where we take this part, once it starts going, then okay, I need your attention again, because we want to play with the bots. But the challenge that we give them is we pretend there's an oil spill. And so they've got to clean up the oil spill with their bot, and that's where the science comes in. Why do we want to use robots to do that? We'll use sand to represent the oil, and then the challenge, how many squares on this grid can they clear in 2 minutes with their robot? And they'll come up with lots of different ideas using various, some of the things that I have here to make their robots even better. And that's what we encourage them to do for the challenge.
Melinda, this is also wonderful, and so grateful that you are out there teaching our kids this valuable information.
Well, thank you so much. I enjoy it.
Thank you for being here. Well, hopefully you've been inspired to think about ways that maybe your kids or your grandkids can get more involved in STEM.